living a girl's
Show her how
life.
to be a real girl.
Yeah. Or be like, oh
my god, yes.
Sadie, do you want to talk?
You guys said it all.
At only 16 years of age, Millie Bobby Brown has not only found fame and success, but a few controversies along the way. The actress is known for her emotional portrayal of Stranger Things' own telekinetic superhero Eleven. But with everything going on in her life, who knows for how long? So today we're going to be taking a look at why Millie Bobby Brown's career might be over very soon. Make sure you stick around for the whole video, you won't believe what I found. But before that, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We're giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, but be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. First is the viral SiriusXM interview. During the premiere of Season 1 of Stranger Things, fellow cast members appeared to be pretty tight with one another. This was especially the case between Millie, Noah, Finn, Gatton, and Caleb. Regardless of how things used to be, videos have now been making the rounds online of interviews with the popular cast members from which viewers can see that Millie doesn't exactly bring out the best in people. In fact, in many instances, the cast members appear to be visibly frustrated with the star, especially when she talks over them, which is unfortunately more often than not. In a popular SiriusXM interview which introduced viewers to Sadie Sink, who portrays Max, the newest addition to the group during Season 3 of the show, Millie can once more be seen hogging the spotlight. At one point, Caleb is asked a question about how he thinks the introduction of Max, another strong female, can help Eleven in the context of the show. Caleb starts to answer the question really well, only to be interrupted by Brown, who shouts, "Yeah, she can humanize her." In Millie's defense, this was a good interjection, or rather it would have been if she had just stopped there, but no, that's not Brown's style. She continued to talk over Caleb, quite loudly in fact, to the extent that you couldn't even hear what he was saying. This time, however, the information wasn't at all relevant, but rather a joke of sorts. Continuing on from her humanizing comment about Max, she can be caught saying, "Okay, 11, you can't just kiss Mike all the time." The interruptions from Millie continued throughout the interview and include bouts of over-the-top fake laughter and interjections of "yeah." It even gets so bad that Caleb, the nice guy that he is, ends up interrupting Millie and asking, "Sadie, do you want to talk?" Sadie jumps at the opportunity of being able to get a few words in, but surprise, surprise, is interrupted by Millie once more. The cast members are visibly frustrated with her for the duration of the interview, showing that sometimes it is better to say nothing at all. Honestly, there is nothing that grinds my gears more than someone interrupting me, because they believe what they have to say is far more important. This is not, however, the only disrespectful behavior Millie has shown towards her fellow cast members. Believe me, it's only getting started. Next is the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards incident. Just over 2 years ago, Stranger Things won the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards for Favorite Show and had Caleb, Sadie, and Millie collect the award on the show's behalf. Caleb spoke first, followed by Sadie, both thanking their friends, family, and fans for giving them the privilege and allowing them the opportunity to be able to bring Stranger Things as a show to life. The bulk of the rehearsed speech had, however, been left to Millie, and you wouldn't believe what she did this time around. For some reason or another, Millie couldn't wait for Caleb to move from her space on the podium, where he had actually stood, to allow Sadie the opportunity to speak without leaning over him. Rather than waiting for him to move or asking him respectfully to step aside, Millie knocked right into the young actor, causing him to stumble back from the podium and almost fall in front of the audience of millions of viewers at home. For a split second, you can see Caleb's arms flailing as he tries to keep his balance. His head, which had previously disappeared from view, pops back up with a mixture of shock and confusion. Worse yet, Millie didn't even realize what she had done. Sadie had the good graces to hold onto Caleb's arm so that he didn't fall on his face, but Millie didn't even bat an eyelash. I suppose some things are more important to her than her cast member's safety from physical harm or worse, embarrassment. Next, we have the Buzzfeed interview. There might have been something fishy going on between Millie and Caleb, as she disregarded her fellow cast member yet again in a Buzzfeed video a few weeks later. Appearing alongside Gatton and Caleb, Millie was asked by Buzzfeed to review some classic toys that kids from the 90s loved playing with, including one toy which made a comeback last year. Anyone remember that slime trend? Yeah, that was a thing in the 90s too. For some reason, Buzzfeed provided the 3 stars with only 2 containers of slime. A green container was handed to Gatton, who sat on the far end of the screen, while a pink container was handed to Millie, who sat in the middle. A real friend or caring cast member would have shared this experience with Caleb, who sat patiently alongside Millie, waiting for his turn. A turn which, to Caleb's dismay, just didn't come. In fact, every time Caleb tried to take some slime, Millie pulled it from his reach. This is a classic I don't want to share mentality that many children go through, but at her age, Millie should have outgrown it years ago. Did Buzzfeed do this on purpose to create some tension between the cast? Maybe, but essentially it's up to Millie to act this way. I'm sure her fellow cast members are growing more and more frustrated with her spotlight-hogging ways with each passing interview. How about that Comic-Con panel with David Harbour? David Harbour portrays the much-loved Jim Hopper in the Stranger Things universe, who is arguably one of the fan favorites. Not only is he a great actor, but a humble guy. This came through in a Comic-Con panel where he couldn't stop gushing about how great of a role model Millie can be for a large number of young female viewers. Taking your interview time to talk about a fellow cast member? Maybe Millie should take some pointers. That being said, it would appear that even though Harbour was talking about how great she was, she wanted even more of the spotlight and began to make funny faces, causing the audience to laugh awkwardly. This caused Harbour to seemingly forget what he was talking about, or maybe he was just frustrated that MBB was not allowing him the opportunity to praise her, made worse by her acting in a manner not becoming of a younger role model. Either way, we'll just have to tick this off as another situation in which Millie stole the spotlight from another, although technically this would be labeled as her stealing the spotlight from herself. How about when she came out as being a flat earther? A few years ago, a popular conspiracy theory that the world is actually flat began to gain some traction on the internet. Yes, I know, it's ridiculous. Apparently NASA, scientists, and everyone who has ever been to space has been lying to us all this time about the Earth being round. Not only that, but apparently the Earth is the only flat surface in space, with all other planets still being round. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, right? Well, the problem with Millie believing in this conspiracy theory is twofold. Firstly, fans will believe absolutely anything and everything their idols do regardless of the evidence. And believe me, this conspiracy theory has been proven to be fake on numerous occasions. Essentially, Millie is influencing an already dim-witted population to become less intelligent. Secondly, it clearly shows that the star has been passing up on her education in favor of acting, which is not advised for any child actor. Next is Millie's interaction with Audrey Hope. For those of you who don't know, Audrey Hope is a young actress who secured a small role in Stranger Things Season 2. She has come out as saying that Millie was one of her inspirations to start acting and considered her to be one of her idols. Well, here's a lesson for you. They say never meet your idols for a reason, and I'm sure Audrey would agree now. Having been invited to the Season 2 premiere, the young actress was incredibly excited to meet Millie, who she later approached and asked if she could please take a photograph with her to commemorate her small part in Season 2. What did Millie do? Well, she stared at the young actress in disbelief and after a short while started to walk away, saying that she would return later to take a picture or two. Ouch! This awkward situation apparently resulted in Audrey crying. Not exactly the way she wanted to spend one of the most important nights of her life. And do you think she ever got that picture with Millie? Of course not. Next is when Millie came out against bungalows. When appearing solo for an interview with Stephen Colbert, Millie was asked what her deepest, darkest fear was. Her first answer was pretty unsurprising, as I think most of us would be scared of sharks or the dark, right? But she went on to say she also has an irrational fear of bungalows. The confused expression on Colbert's face said it all, so he asked her to elaborate. Apparently, Millie has a fear of houses that don't have stairs. This for some reason makes her believe that she wouldn't be able to run from any danger. The lackluster and irrational explanation made it seem like Millie was more scared of people who own bungalows, which in American society are often from a less than wealthy background. That being said, that is only how a small portion of people interpreted what she had said, forgetting that she is, after all, just a young lady who deserves to have some irrational fears and quirks. So there you have it. These are a few of the instances where Millie Bobby Brown showed her true colors to the dismay of her audience and fellow cast members. Let's hope Millie learns quickly what she should and shouldn't do. Anyway, thanks for watching the video.